My name is Ricardo Mateo. I'm the director of UHA. We're an international design and architecture firm founded in London. We've been operating in India for 12 years now. And this is our latest work, the Pentad Pavilion, which is an overlaying of 5 different types of congregation space, or parliament spaces, in fact, based on the 5 types of democratic parliament that are found in the world today. So those are the circle, the semicircle, the horseshoe, opposing benches like our UK government, and the classroom. And so this pavilion combines those 5 forms and overlaps them on multiple levels. And the idea is to create a space that encourages conversation and debate and interruption and interaction. So the separate chambers, the separate forms that I spoke about can operate independently, or they can be combined. And interconnecting the 5 spaces are the talk tubes, the tubes that you see with the cones on the end to amplify the sound, so that people can listen in to other chambers, to other spaces, to discover what's happening there, or they can have a conversation with somebody in a different space, or they can interrupt a debate perhaps, or argue with somebody from the other side of the space. So the idea is just an interaction, and a playful interaction, let's say, of how different congregation spaces can be combined.
And where did you get the inspiration from? What made you think of this idea?
Well, we were originally, the pavilion was originally designed for the Architecture and Design Film Festival in Mumbai, and then was selected to come here to India Art Fair. And we were working to a brief to begin with called the Mumbai transcripts, which was dreamt up by Eric Chen, the founder of the Zaha Hadid Architecture Foundation. And the idea was really to look at Parliament and congregation space, and see how we undertook a fairly detailed study of those spaces to understand how they work, and really to break them down into very elemental forms. One other interesting statistic is that the smaller the parliament, the more democratic it appears to be. And so a 6 by 6 meter cube should perhaps be a very democratic space, we hope. But also, I think the idea was to try and distill these 5 different forms that are found globally into one space, and see what interesting interactions happen.
But do you think, last question, do you think that for a large country like India, such a small parliament would suffice? I can understand, if you have these state assemblies over here, that can probably work. But when you have a parliament with about 550 members, will it be sufficient for that?
No, obviously not. This is a scaled down version. This is very much a pavilion for viewing, for travelling around the country to participate in different events, and obviously one needs to scale up for the real world, let's say. And but I do think it gives us interesting learnings about how different types of arrangement can work and can optimize and can sit adjacent to one another and work alongside one another, rather than being one rigid space. Perhaps there's something to be learnt about how different types of spaces can combine, can overlap, can be superimposed, can work next to one another. So this kind of mobile pavilion can potentially be taken all around the country and used for local panchayats or village councils, for meetings, for discussions, for debates, and to settle disputes.
Thank you very much.